Hello, YouTube channel. It's me, Julia, awkwardly talking to myself in my car, parked in the parking lot at work. So I really hope no one sees me talking to myself. Today is January 15th. It's a Thursday, and I'm recording this video because I am going in for surgery on Monday. I'm trying to do like a before and after to see how my voice changes with surgery. So I have a deviated septum, which means my septum curves this way, so this side of my face doesn't get enough air, and it's very noticeable in the winter when I get sinus infections and I sometimes just can't breathe out of my nose, sniffle a lot. But so yeah, so on Monday I am going to get that fixed. They're going to straighten my septum, and I'll have stents put into my nose for about a week, and then they'll take them off. And then they still want me to be careful the following week. So 2 weeks after surgery, I'm not allowed to pick up anything heavy, which unfortunately includes the accordion. I know, I'm really disappointed. And a friend of mine who has her master's degree in vocal pedagogy, she informed me that it's pretty likely that my voice might change as well. Not necessarily the way it sounds, but like the way I sing. Like my talking voice, I don't think my talking voice will shift. But you know, I mean, well, first they're shoving a tube down my larynx. So she told me I shouldn't sing for a while. And sorry, Autumn, but I'm going back to work 2 days after surgery, so I will certainly be singing a lot. Yeah, so we'll see how singing gets affected with the sinus, the surgery. So yeah, so I'm recording this kind of as a before and after. So I'm gonna do a couple like little singing things now. I'll record it shortly after surgery, and then I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks post surgery when we're all healed, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so I don't have anything special. I don't even have an instrument near me, so I can't even tell if I'll be singing in the same key. But with work songs, I sing them all so often, there's a little bit of muscle memory, and I always tend to sing them in the same key even when I don't have my guitar. So we're gonna go with let's start with Let Me Call You Sweetheart, because that's just stuck in my head. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. We're gonna ignore that little bit that I messed up there, and let's do Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. All right. And also, there's a little cardinal in that tree watching me sing. Oh, it's that red spot. How cute. Hello. Um, was it 2 days post-op? Today is Wednesday. I ended up taking an extra day off of work. This is how I'm gonna look when I go to work tomorrow, because my nose is still bleeding and I still have a drip pad, and the mask is just gonna be easier for everyone. It's a little bit tight, I will say, because my nose is swollen still, but I think after we hit the 72-hour mark, I think it'll go down. So that'll be tomorrow morning. I haven't tried singing yet. I'm gonna try my best not to sing as much. But I mean, it's not completely avoidable. So, all right. So some of the things happening post surgery. I can't breathe through my nose. Actually, today I unlocked a small little passage in this nostril, but there's so much blood and gunk. This side, I'm not gonna get anything for a while. I don't wanna mess it up. So I'm mostly just leaving it alone and hoping that taking some hot showers and warm water will help encourage everything to come out. So, but I finally unlocked this passage. What has been happening is for the past couple days, I can't breathe through here, so I'm only breathing through my mouth. And I wake up and my tongue is so dry, the back of my throat is so dry, so I keep waking up in the middle of the night and then just gushing water, which has been great for my water intake, but I haven't been able to sleep through the night because I just keep waking up with that uncomfortable feeling. So that's going to be my biggest worry actually going into work tomorrow is I'm cutting off my naps now, which sucks, but whether or not I'll be able to sleep through the night and get a good rest. So for the surgery, they didn't intubate me, so I didn't have a huge tube down my throat, which was good. They had something small to collect like the mucus and whatnot that's draining down to make sure I wouldn't choke on it. Anesthesiologist was really nice. Excuse me. And I woke up and my teeth hurt. My teeth have still been weird. My lips have been super chapped, which is just, from breathing through my mouth. And throat's been on and off. And I think honestly the throat hurts more because of the dry mouth. And breathing only through the mouth. So I think as everything heals, I think that'll just get better. So let me try singing. I'm just gonna do one song because I'm kind of tired. This is also the most I've spoken in 3 days. Let's do something easy. Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me a name I call myself, fall a long way to run. So I needle pulling thread, law I know to follow, so tea I drink with jam and bread, that'll bring us back to dough. Alright, I mean I haven't warmed up, so it's a little tight, but I think voice-wise I sound pretty okay. It's not the first time I've had to sing with a mask on. Closer to the COVID outbreak. I mean, there was one point where I was singing with a surgical mask, and then an N95 mask, and then full PPE. So this should be nothing to me. It's been a while, but it should be nothing. So yeah, I'll check back in a little further after treatment. Yeah. Also, if you heard huffing and puffing, this has been behind the scenes the whole time. My little nap buddy. Hello. It is Monday. It's 3 o'clock on Monday. But we're kind of in the middle of a snowstorm. Well, at the end of a snowstorm. It's no longer currently snowing. but it was snowing a lot. So I still made it to work. I'm an essential worker, so I didn't have too much of a choice, especially because we were very short staffed, so I had to help out in a couple areas I don't usually help out in, but I was happy to do something because I took a lot of last week off to recover from surgery. So I still have the tubes in my nose. They were supposed to come off today, actually right around this time, but they canceled my appointment because of the snowstorm, which understandable. So I still sound congested. I don't think I sound too bad now. When I wear the mask, it gets bad. It also gets bad when I'm singing too much, because singing and, talking is promoting a lot of movement in my nose, which is draining mucus and blood. And if I'm not actively cleaning my nose, it all just gets there, and then I sound even worse. So today was spent with a lot of tissues and a mask still, although some of my residents were mad at me wearing a mask because they couldn't hear me very well, which the mask and the plugged nose was a real bad combination, but we made it work because I did a lot of presentation style stuff today. I did a very long wedding presentation where we went through the different wedding songs and like different parts of the wedding ceremony and reception, and then we also went over some really popular wedding tunes from a lot of the 60s and 70s. So it was great because I didn't have to sing as much. I still got to sing little bits that didn't overwhelm my nose, and it was really great because it worked for the residents. So that was cool. Tomorrow morning I'm getting the tubes out of my nose, so I will sound better tomorrow, but a little quick, like, where I'm at. I'll sing a little bit. We'll do, why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkle moon dust in your hair, golden starlight in your eyes of blue. And that is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. So singing is definitely much better this week than it was last week. Still a little more congested in the nose, but I'm feeling more confident just singing in general and hitting those higher notes. So we're good. And then I'll update you tomorrow and when I get the tubes out. I will say super sensitive right here. I could feel them. I could feel them right here. I could see them in the mirror if I'm really looking. I know exactly where they are. I really wanted to plug them out yesterday when my appointment got moved. But I didn't. I stayed strong. And I'm going to have the doctor do it tomorrow. So I'll update you all then. Okay. Hello. Today is Groundhog Day. It's February 2nd. And Punxsutawney Phil said we have 6 more weeks of winter, but he's only correct 35% of the time. So I think that means we're going to get early spring. After this week, I think we deserve an early spring. Anyways, I got the tubes pulled out of my nose on Tuesday. So it's been almost a week, and you can, immediately like feeling my nose, so much less tension there, because I felt like it was swollen up to here with those tubes, and then the second they got pulled out, like, it's nice. My nose is squishy again. It's not hard. I have noticed a difference in my singing, and other people have noticed it too, which is kind of cool. It's definitely so much easier to control my voice, specifically vibrato wise. I was having this problem where I just was vibratoing everything and I couldn't control not vibratoing. But I've noticed that it's still some, like, especially higher notes, and when I'm running out of breath, it's definitely harder to maintain a steady stream of tune note. But lately it's been a lot easier to hold notes out without adding vibrato to them, which is pretty cool. What song was I singing today? Oh, somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she is there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. So it's, I don't know how well you can hear it. I've definitely noticed that there's still some vibrato, especially when I'm getting to the end of the notes, trying to hold it out long, especially those higher notes. I tend to vibrato, but I feel like it's so much clearer now. I have so much more control. I'm able to hold it out a lot better without vibratoing. Anyways, I'm actually at the doctor's office right now, and people are walking to their cars, and I don't want them to see me talking to myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording right here.